What's going on, everyone? Golden Ticket to History coming to you here from my car. I'm actually going to be taking you to a location here in just momentarily, just in a second. I'm here in downtown Winter Garden, Florida. It's a small, quaint town about 30 minutes outside of downtown Orlando. And it has been used a lot in a lot of movies, TV shows, commercials. It's been on some HGTV channel episodes, and so much more. You know, I've been here a couple different times. I've done a couple different videos here. I've done some videos from the Disney Plus show back in 2019, The Right Stuff, where I filmed some of the episodes happened here in downtown Winter Garden, as well as a few other videos have been filmed here as well. There's been the movie Matinee from 1993 with John Goodman and Omri Katz was filmed. There's some scenes were filmed here. There was I believe the Florida Project had a couple scenes here. There was a couple other religious type videos that were filmed here, and a couple of really exciting things. So, you know, we're not far away from where a lot of other movies have been filmed. So I want to take you today to a scene from the movie Sydney White. It's a 2007 film starring a young Amanda Bynes. You know, definitely if you were from Generation Z, being at the older end, you know, all the millennial age group and some of the Gen X age group, and you definitely remember the impact that Amanda Bynes had in relations to films. She was in so many different films in the early 2000s and the mid 2000s, and this movie was no different. Sydney White was a movie based in about a young girl who was trying to go to the college that her late mother went to. It's supposed to be a loosely made rendition of the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, essentially what it's supposed to be focusing on. Whereas Amanda Bynes is supposed to be like the Snow White character, whereas the Sydney White kind of came from. And each one of the characters throughout the film are based on different characters from the Snow White film, Snow White story. So why we're here in Winter Garden is because one of the opening scenes where Amanda Bynes and her father are having a conversation outside of a Greyhound station was filmed here in Winter Garden. And I'm going to show you a clip of what that scene looks like. It's really hard to get a hold of clips from this movie. I've been trying to find the actual film on Netflix or HBO Max or any one of those other streaming services, but I can't find it anywhere, which is quite frustrating. So I'm really limited on the exact clips that I can get. I'm going to see about trying to get a hold of the actual film itself and see if I can kind of extract the film, the movies from the scenes from that movie as well, to see if, you know, if we can do a little bit better job of showing this conversation that happened. But essentially what happens is right outside of the film, right outside of the station, you have Amanda Bynes and her dad having a conversation back and forth, and she gets on the Greyhound bus and leaves. The location used for the Greyhound bus is actually the Heritage Museum here in downtown Winter Garden, Florida, and it was also originally the train depot that was used as part of the train station way back 100 years ago. So it's kind of crazy to think, you know, what it looked like in the film versus now, about a little bit less than 20 years in the future. But I'm going to take you to the location. I'm going to show you it. I'm going to show you kind of what it looked like now, what it looked like then, as well as, you know, a few other little clips. And I'm definitely going to be doing another video very soon here in Winter Garden, where I take you to all the different filming locations that were used in the downtown area for all the movies, you know, that have used this location. It's a very quaint town. During holiday seasons, it's used a lot. It's used a lot for commercials. So definitely, I see a lot more happening in relations to filming happening here in the near future. So come along with me. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure you do so. Click that subscribe button. Make sure to set up your notifications so you don't miss any of the new videos that are coming out. And yeah, let's go check out this filming location. Come on, come along with me. It's a nice little walk here. There's a little parking lot that I parked in. There's some parking on the main strip as well. But I decided to park on one of the side streets in one of the public parking spaces and kind of take you down to where the location was. It's right up here about 30 feet ahead of me. Hopefully it's not too windy. It's a little bit cooler today, so the wind's giving me a little bit of a factor. Hopefully not too much of a factor. Let's check this out. Right here in front of me. This was the iconic Greyhound station used in the film Sydney White. So right on this area right here, where the Greyhound bus was placed. It's right on this angle. It's kind of blurred in the back, it was kind of superimposed. So it's kind of difficult to kind of see exactly where they're standing, but definitely you could tell that it was in this general region right here. And you can kind of see the city behind being blurred. This is showing you a little bit more of the Heritage Museum. This is kind of what the building looks like. You can come throughout the week and come visit. This was not all set up the exact same way back in 2007. It actually looks completely different, such as like the building right here did not exist right in front of me. So this was all wide open. So when you watch the scene, you see this big wide street that's still kind of hanging out in this region right here. So that was one difference that's definitely we can tell from the film, which came out, 16 years ago compared to now. But yeah, right in this area right here is about where the Greyhound bus was parked. Right there in front of us, about 20 feet, is where Amanda Bynes and the person who's playing her father were standing. This is about a better angle from the clip that I'm going to be showing you. You can see the Winter Garden right there that was happening in the film. It was right here in front of me is where the Greyhound bus was parked. And right there, catty corner to that tractor, is about in this region right about here, is where Amanda Bynes and her father's character were standing in the scene where she was saying goodbye to her father when she was getting the bus to go off to college.
Your mom would be so excited you're going to her school, going to join her sorority.
I'm not in here, Dad.
Yeah, it's crazy to think, how just a simple little alleyway here was used by some filmmakers to make an iconic film. It's just, I always find it always boggles my mind when I think about, the surveying that many of these filmmakers must have put in to be able to take and to go to a city, and out of all the cities that exist, take and find this one city and go, okay, this one intersection right here is the intersection that I want to use to film this scene. Out of all the thousands of alleyways that exist, what makes this one alleyway the alleyway that's used in the filming? It's always kind of boggles my mind. Right over there at Three Birds Cafe, that's where World of Micah was filming not that long ago, when he filmed the filming locations for Matinee in 1993. John Goodman, Omri Katz scene was filming right over here on the right, and then he went across the street to Miss B's and looked at the iconic exterior, because the exteriors were the same with the Three Birds Cafe building as it is across the street. So yeah, it was just a quick little filming locations video. I always find it fascinating to think, when towns I've been to, places I've been to, and to think that once I discover that a movie used a specific area for a scene, sometimes it's very easy to find online. Sometimes you find it by watching it. Like, a movie was filmed somewhere, but they don't tell you exactly where. It's kind of like a nice scavenger hunt to be able to dig down deep and to do the research and watch the films and go, wow, I know exactly where that's at. So this is one of those scenes where I knew exactly where it was at, and I'm watching and I'm like, hey, I know that scene, I know that place. So hopefully you enjoyed this quick little video. I enjoyed coming out here and filming it. I'm going to do all the other locations again in a separate video, but I wanted to come out to this specific location because, one, it was very close logistically for me. I was in the process of going into another location as well. So I will be coming out with a video that shows all of the Orlando-based locations for the movie Sydney White. Many of the filming locations happened at UCF, some happened at University High School, and a lot of filming happened at Rollins College. So I'm going to be going out that way sooner than later to film there as well. Also, I'm going to be doing a video here very soon. So definitely, if you haven't subscribed, definitely check it out. I'm going to do a video that goes over all the filming locations that I know of that have happened here in Winter Garden, as well as Ocoee and Claremont. Different movies I know have been filmed in those areas. I'm just going to do a big collaboration video that takes you to all those locations throughout the video. So definitely, if there's something you're interested in, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the cool things we have coming in store. As always, continue to look for the history and film. Have a great evening, everyone. Catch you guys in the next video. Come along with me. Let's go.